our $2,000 fourth stimulus check update and daily news update, we cover the newest eviction moratorium that has been passed this week, the hot debate over new school mask and testing mandates, unemployment benefit news. Was it actually from China? Was it made in the lab? And most importantly, how are we going to get more stimulus from all of this? We'll give you all the answers in today's video. And of course, you're watching the US government and personal finance. We got you covered all three and more on our daily news and videos updates. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and an even bigger thank you guys for always liking these videos. It really helps with the channel, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Good news, renters. A new eviction moratorium was just extended in the state of Illinois. Governor J.B. Pritzker, he quietly extended the state's eviction moratorium until September 18th. So what this means is that Illinois joins California in their extended eviction moratorium, giving resident renters a little bit more breathing room before the landlords come looking for blood. Now, other states like Minnesota, Nevada, and New York, they have brand new laws that protect renters from evictions while they're in the process of applying for emergency rental assistance. These state renter protections come in the place of the CDC's eviction moratorium that was blocked a few days ago by the Supreme Court. Top BIDEN officials co-wrote a letter to local and state governments saying no one should be evicted before they have a chance to apply for rental assistance, and no eviction should move forward until that application has been processed. We are encouraging all other states and local governments to use their legal authorities to appropriately put in place or extend their own eviction moratoriums. Now, to help out, we're keeping our community posted on all of the local eviction bans as well as protections available for them. Not to mention the rental assistance programs that have only given out about 11% of their funds so far. Definitely a whole lot more room for new applications. So guys, don't hesitate. Check out the rental assistance available in your area via the US Treasury or the NLIHC. Both the Treasury and the NLIHC have searchable lists of all the rental assistance programs that are in your area. Very easy to navigate, so just go ahead and look them both up. Check them out, just go on Google and they should pop right up. Drop a quick comment down below. Let me know what your living situation is like right now where you're at. Are you guys ready? And will this eviction cliff affect you and your loved ones? Let's talk about it in the community. We're also waiting on news from Congress for any moves on their part. You've got Representative Cori Bush. She is not taking the sitting down.
So this has bought Congress some time to see what it is that we need to do. One issue that we have is this $40+ billion that is sitting in those state and those local government coffers that we need to get out to the people. We need to get it out and see where we are, believing that this will help to get people to get the country back on track as far as those that are looking, that are possibly facing evictions. But we need to move that. We need to get that out so that we can see what we still have. And then, we're working on some things. I think it has to be tackled in a number of ways. We have to look at who we have, what the housing crisis looks like already, and tackle that. That's why I introduced a week ago the Unhoused Bill of Rights, to make sure that we have the protections, the human rights, the civil rights protections for those who are unhoused, and how we make sure that we end this crisis of homelessness, of houselessness, by 2025. But then also, moving forward, Congress has to look at what we can do right now to be able to make sure that after October 3rd, that we have exhausted all the money that's in the coffers, so that we can go ahead and work to make sure that the people have a footing coming up by December.
Now, there are some Congress proposals on the table already, like renter's tax, care of Senate Finance Committee Chair Ron Wyden. The credit is equal to 110% of the difference between the market rent and utilities and 30% of the tenant's income. Now, depending upon your situation, this could easily turn into a $2,000 stimulus check to help you pay for your rent and utilities, guys. I'm going to keep you guys posted. More details as well in my previous videos. Just head on over to the channel playlist section for the dedicated list of videos like rental assistance, housing stimulus, and several others. We've also got a great giveaway going on right now, everyone. It's our very special report on gold investments, the very thing you need to follow to see exactly what billionaire gold investors like Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio are doing. Links in the pinned comment down below. Unemployment is on the rise again as jobless claims tick up with the benefits cliff coming in just a week. In the week ending August 21st, initial claims for unemployment insurance totaled 353,000 after seasonal adjustments, rising 4,000 from the previous week's revised total of 348,000. Claims for unemployment assistance, also known as the PUA, also rose for the second consecutive week, rising by 9,628 to 117,709. Now, I don't know whether to celebrate or be sad about the coming Labor Day weekend that we have here. More than 7.5 million jobless workers are set to lose their benefits upon expiration of the PUA and additional benefits of unemployment insurance on September 6th. Millions more will lose a substantial portion of their unemployment support when the $300 weekly boost of benefits also expires on Labor Day. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Labor Secretary Marty Walsh have ruled out an extension on jobless aid programs. They did open the door, though, for states to come in and use their funding from the $1.9 trillion third stimulus check package to support unemployed workers. Now, according to them, there are states where it may make sense for unemployed workers to continue receiving additional assistance for a longer period of time, allowing residents for those states more time to find a job in areas where unemployment remains high. So this means that states can use their slice of their $350 billion in state and local aid from the March stimulus bill to be able to fund unemployment benefits. We've already seen states use their aid money to fund other stimulus programs like state stimulus checks, hazard pay. They can definitely add unemployment to the mix. Now, aside from that, many economists and policymakers are saying that a better approach to unemployment would be to build in more and better triggers that would allow the UI system to adjust more quickly, automatically, and smoothly. I don't know, my stimulus senses are tingling on this one, but we'll keep an eye out for this one too in our future videos. All right, guys, so here's the big one with the U.S. intelligence report on the origins of...
A new report says U.S. intelligence agencies are still divided on the origins of... Results of a review ordered by President Biden were released today. U.S. agencies do not believe China's leaders knew about before the start. Four members of the U.S. intelligence community, the majority of the groups say with low confidence that was initially transmitted from an animal to a human. But one agency believes with moderate confidence, as they put it, that the first human infection was linked to a lab. Analysts say it was not developed as a bioweapon.
A lot of theories on this report, guys. Now, according to the report by the intelligence community, both the lab leak theory and the naturally occurring theory were plausible. Their summary said SARS-CoV-2 that caused the probably emerged and infected humans through an initial small-scale exposure that occurred no later than November 2019. As a biological weapon, most agencies also assess with low confidence the SARS-CoV-2 probably was not genetically engineered. Now, the most interesting part is this lie about China. China's officials did not have foreknowledge of before the initial outbreak emerged. But the report also notes that the report was inconclusive in large part due to a lack of cooperation from the Chinese government. That definitely raises some eyebrows here. After the report, President Biden followed up with a statement saying, while this review was concluded, our efforts to understand the origins of will not rest. We will do everything that we can to trace the roots of this outbreak that has caused so much pain and death around the world so that we can take every necessary precaution to prevent it from happening again. President Biden also criticized China. He said, to this day, China continues to reject calls for transparency and withhold information even as the toll of it continues to rise. We needed this information rapidly from China while it was still new. Connected to this, there's a major stimulus bill from House Representative Mo Brooks that wants to force communist China to pay for America's trillions in... Now, according to Mo Brooks, my bill, the China Restitution Act, holds communist China accountable for their horrific actions and compensates American citizens and governments for the losses suffered at the hands of communist China. This is definitely one of our bills to watch out for as it proposes a lot of stimulus pay for China. This bill would allow individuals to be made whole from their injuries from including loss of earnings, medical expense loss, replacement services loss, and loss of death. Financial losses of American businesses caused by reimbursement of all money spent by the Federal General Treasury to fund the response to and reimbursement of the financial losses of each state and locality resulting from. Now, it's basically saying make your own stimulus, guys. Now, as for the how, the bill plans to impose a 10% tariff on Chinese products coming into the United States and an increase of 10% per year until China's done paying. Now, Brooks also wants other countries to do the same for their losses. This is actually getting me pretty excited, as we can definitely trace this back all the way back to the G7 summit where President Biden met up with the other 6 richest countries in the world and basically got an agreement to stand up to China. I look forward to more developments on this one. And we can also look forward to this as one of the proposals that could actually potentially make their way into the $3.5 trillion stimulus package in Congress right now. Remember guys, a big speed bump here is the large price tag and how we're actually going to pay for it. Well, Mo Brooks' China Restitution Act pretty much helps answer that one. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi also wrote a letter this week to her colleagues saying that the coming weeks will be intense, but we will achieve our goals, working with Senate to ensure passage of our historic legislation. Now, together with her is Senate Budget Chair and stimulus hero Bernie Sanders, who's visiting some key Republican states to drum up support for this package. Now, according to him, he said, at the end of the day, every Democrat understands that it's terribly important and that we must support the president's agenda. And most of the ideas came from the White House. This is transformative for the American people. It is the right thing to do, and it is politically popular. Now, aside from the China Restitution Act, some other stimulus bills we're keeping an eye on include the Automatic Boost to Communities Act from Rashida Tlaib. This is a $2,000 fourth stimulus check for all Americans and $1,000 monthly checks until 1 year after this is over. You've also got the House Resolution to End Poverty Act from Representatives Pramila Jayapal and Barbara Lee. This includes stimulus checks via cash assistance programs, in addition to a minimum wage increase, expanded unemployment insurance, canceling of all unpayable debt, affordable and public housing, not to mention free education. Now, the guaranteed income bill from Representative Ilhan Omar is up to $1,200 per month for adults and $600 for kids. Poverty is a policy choice, and so is stimulus. Really, guys, if any one of these proposals gets into that $3.5 trillion stimulus package, I think we'll be pretty good. All of these stimulus programs and more in our coming news updates. And while you're waiting, get your free copy of our special report on gold investments. The link is right down below. So whenever you're ready to follow the footsteps of billionaire gold investors like Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio, go ahead and hit that link. Or you can even go directly to bigeconomicalerts.com/gold and get your free copy. Did you guys catch all that? Our $2,000 fourth stimulus check update and daily news update. We included the newest eviction moratorium that was passed this week, the hot debate over school masks and testing mandates. We covered the unemployment benefits news and the official U.S. intelligence report on the origins of this. Share this video with your friends and your loved ones so that they know about it too. And hey, have you subscribed to the channel? What about that notification bell? Did you have it turned on yet? So don't miss one single piece of stimulus in my latest, most accurate updates. Once again, I just want to thank you guys so much for liking the video. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.